Imagine you're a Formula One driver. You're sitting in your car in the starting grid waiting for the lights to go out. Your heart is pounding in your chest and you're filled with adrenaline. The engines of all the cars around you are roaring loudly, making the excitement even more intense. At this point, time seems to slow down, and it's like you're in a completely different world. You take a deep breath and briefly picture yourself as the first to cross the finish line. You're completely in the zone. You're focused on one thing: winning. That's how it feels today as I stand before you to talk about the history of Formula One. I had been a motorsport fan since I was a child. I remember sitting on the couch with my dad watching the races on TV. Back then, I didn't know much about this sport. I thought there were some weird shaped cars just racing around the track. Nevertheless, I was mesmerized by the speed, the skills, and the excitement of the sport. As I got older, my passion grew only stronger, and I started reading books and articles, and I watched every race that I could. I knew from a young age that I wanted to be a journalist, and I saw Formula One as the perfect way to combine my two passions. Now, I will take you on a journey through the decades, exploring its origins, milestones, and iconic moments. Technological evolution, prominent drivers, and teams had made Formula One what it is today. So, buckle up and get ready for the race of your life. It's lights out, and away we go. Let's travel back to the mid-20th century. Imagine a world where motorsport is still in its early stages of development. There is no standardized racing category, and drivers and teams are competing in a variety of different races using different cars. This was the landscape following World War II, but a group of visionary individuals came together with a common passion for racing. They saw the potential for motorsport to become a global phenomenon, and they wanted to create a new racing series that would challenge the best drivers and teams in the world. This leads to the establishment of the Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, or FIA, in 1946. The first record of a periodical reporting on the inaugural Formula One race was by L'Équipe, a French sports newspaper. The significant event took place at the Silverstone circuit in the United Kingdom on May 13, 1950. The race was won by Giuseppe Farina driving an Alfa Romeo. The early years of Formula One were dominated by Italian manufacturers and teams, with Alfa Romeo and Ferrari winning the majority of the races. Now that we have explored the origins of Formula One racing, let's turn to some of the most important circuits. According to the 2023 article from motorsportweek.com, a historical tour of some iconic Formula One circuits, Silverstone is the oldest track on the current Formula One calendar, after the championship in 1950, continuing to host the British Grand Prix annually. Spa-Francorchamps is known for its challenging corners and the legendary 1988 Belgian Grand Prix. Monza, known as the Temple of Speed, is famous for high-speed straight and iconic corners, and a favorite among Ferrari fans. Suzuka, despite being a newer addition since 1987, has become a favorite thanks to its mix of fast and slow corners. Last but not least, Monaco is a tight and prestigious street circuit winding through Monte Carlo, my personal favorite, where motorsport meets luxury and glamour. Through Formula One's story, history has been marked by unforgettable moments, fierce rivalities, and races that have become the stuff of legend. Ayrton Senna's performance at the 1984 Monaco Grand Prix was one of the most remarkable drives in F1 history. Senna, who was in his rookie season, started the race from the 30th on the grid in a Toleman, a car that was not considered one of the best. However, he ended up in second place. In a different time, Schumacher led by 9 points in the championship before the last race in Japan. Hakkinen, eager to challenge, narrowly lost to Schumacher on the final lap, losing the championship and the race. And finally, the 2021 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was a dramatic showdown between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. Near the end of the race, a safety car came up due to Latifi's crash. With a few laps remaining, it wasn't clear whether the race was going to restart. Masi, the race director, chose to restart the safety car for the last lap, causing a lot of controversy. This gave Verstappen a chance to overtake Hamilton on the final corner to win both the race and the championship. This sport has always been driven by innovation, and over the years there have been many technological advances that have made cars faster, safer, and more efficient. According to Formula1.com, the official site of Formula One racing, key advancements include improved aerodynamics through wind tunnels and powerful engines with turbochargers and safety features like the Halo introduced in 2018. Moreover, according to the 2023 article from AutomobileStage.com, Formula One drives innovation in the automotive industry, motorsport, and technology. Active aerodynamics is now used in some road cars such as Porsche 911 Turbo S and my favorite Ferrari LaFerrari. After exploring the technological advances, let's turn to our attention to the drivers and teams that had contributed to its success and global reach. When we talk about racing, we have to mention amazing drivers like Juan Manuel Fangio, Jim Clark, Ayrton Senna, and Sebastian Vettel. But Formula One doesn't stand still, and French talents are constantly emerging, like Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, Checo Perez, and the current world champion Max Verstappen. There are 10 teams competing, but the most prominent are Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes, and Red Bull. According to the 2021 article from TheAtlantic.com, prior to Drive to Survive, Formula One was not a particularly popular sport in America. The series gave its viewers a behind-the-scenes look at the world of Formula One, and it showed the drivers as real people with their own personalities and stories. This made the sport more reliable and accessible to new fans. According to Nielsen, the writer of the article, now the number of Americans who watch Formula One has increased by 37% since the show's debut. The sport has also seen an increase in ticket sales and sponsorship deals in America. In conclusion, Formula One is a fascinating sport with deep history pushing the boundaries of innovation and technology and hosting some of the world's best drivers. Racing began in the early 1900s with the first World Championship held in 1950. Advancements in technology and safety had led to faster and more powerful cars, evolving the sport significantly. Motorsport is now a global phenomenon, with races held in countries all over the world. As Steve McQueen once said, racing is life. Anything that happens before or after is just waiting. Thank you.